What's up, YouTube? This is Joel with True Life Investing. Hope you've been having a great day. We got a lot of stuff that's happened today. We have a new president of the United States. That is Joe Biden. New vice president, Kamala Harris. Got a ton of new people in his cabinet. There's so much to talk about. But remember, with us it's different. Down in the description, I have the links that you can go to the timestamps to hear exactly what you want to hear about. But we've got a lot of good news, a lot of good things coming, and I can't wait to bring it all to you. Remember, if you want to start investing, you can use my two links down below. My Webull link will get you 2 free stocks, and Robinhood link will also get you free stocks. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you like the videos. Like I said, we're going to be bringing all new relevant content to the channel. Make sure you're updated with the most relevant information because there's so much out there, but we want to condense it and then bring it to you so that you can hear what you want to hear, and then you can be on your way. So let's get right into it. So today they were sworn in. Joe Biden was sworn in and Kamala Harris was sworn in as the new president and vice president of the United States of America. So a lot of good news, because with this, Biden literally, they showed it on camera, went from being sworn in straight to the White House to get started on writing some executive orders to taking some action. So the first thing that we're going to talk about today is the third round of stimulus. Everybody's excited about, okay, are we going to get a third round of stimulus? Is it going to be $1,400? Is it going to be $2,000? Is it going to be more than that? What's going to happen? And so this is the thing. You've got people talking about the $1,400 stimulus checks. So there's people that are going to already push for that. You've got representatives that are going to push for the $2,000. There's some representatives that are going to push for the monthly payments. And then the reason why all this is going to come together is for 2 main reasons. One, historical low rates when it comes to the borrowing that the government can do. Because the rates are at historic lows, that means that they're more than willing to add to the debt, add to the national debt, because they know that whatever they're borrowing can be paid back a lot easier than what it used to could be. So that's why you're hearing about a $1.9 trillion stimulus package that Joe Biden wants to get done ASAP. And with his team, this is huge because this is what makes it all work together. With the previous president, there's a lot of things he tried to get done but never got done because he didn't have an entire team that was surrounding him to make sure he gets the things that he wanted to get done complete. So with Biden's team, he's got Kamala Harris as his vice president. He's got Nancy Pelosi as the Speaker of the House of Representatives. He's got Chuck Schumer, who is the Majority Leader of the Senate. He's got Jerome Powell, who's the chair of the Federal Reserve. And then he's got a new Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, who all are on the same page of where he wants to go, what he wants to do, and his agenda of, getting climate change underway, getting back to more regulations in terms of like fossil fuels, getting direct payments to people in the term of like checks, getting it to where people have child care more in terms of like helping them with child care and paying for that, tax credits. This is the thing. They've already said we're going to raise the tax, we're going to raise the highest bracket for the federal withholdings of taxes from 37% to 39%. This is a big part of how they're going to pay for all this new stimulus package that they're trying to complete. So what I want you to do, if you don't mind, let me know, what do you think about that? Are you cool with having the taxes raised on those people that make over $400,000 or more per year, going from 37 to 39, so that they can get all these things that they want done on their agenda and be able to pay for all the, as far as like paying down the national debt and getting a lot of stuff complete? Because one of the things that they're looking to do is raise corporate taxes. They're wanting to raise what they say on the highest earners in the United States. With this team, with all 3 legislative branches in the Democratic side, this is how we are going to get stimulus checks in our pockets. So with Biden's team and everything, the way it's set, this is what's amazing, because this is going to actually get us some more money. So good news. Awesome job on, I have to say, on his speech today of saying, hey, it's about unity now. We've been fighting back and forth, Democrats, Republicans, whatever. But it's about unity. It's about taking care of people. It's about getting money into people's pockets. It's about getting to a point where we have the vaccine rolling out, and we're making sure that we're taking care of people, and that people aren't losing their homes. People are able to take care of their kids. People are able to continue living their lives as normal. So all this rolls around into, what's the possibility of us getting third round stimulus checks? It's a positive. It's on up there. 1 out of 10. I'm saying it's a 10. It's going to happen. They're going to make this happen. And, that's just my opinion. But with all the variables that I see in place, this is a good chance that this is very likely going to happen, and have happened very soon because of what's in place. Number 2, I want to go into what Biden has talked about on the screen for his first 100 days of presidency. So with this, he's saying, look, I've got a $1.9 trillion stimulus package. One of the things he really noted today was, I'm going to take care of people and their kids. I'm going to get their kids back to school, or if their kids need childcare, I've already got $40 billion set aside so that we can do some more tax credits, help people out, and get them some money in their pockets for taking care of their kids. So that was one of the big things. The next thing, we're going to take care of people that are not able to work right now. If you're on unemployment, you're getting a supplemental income from the federal that's for $400 additional to whatever your state is providing you. So if your state gives you $300, then their $400 is added to that per week. So it's like you're getting $700 per week in unemployment to take care of you while you don't have a job, which is great. If people aren't able to work and it's not their fault, they need to be taken care of. There's too many times where it's, if you've got a person that doesn't want to work, we know that's on them. But because of this COVID crisis, because of this pandemic, we need to take care of people that want to work but haven't been able to work because of the circumstances and the lockdowns. Next thing, this is a huge one. Joe Biden says, the president, he says that he wants to do 100 million doses of the vaccine in the first 100 days of his presidency. So you're talking about a big feat, but this is something that right now there's over 300 million people in the United States. So basically he's saying, I'm going to knock out a third of the people, getting them a vaccine, making sure that this becomes the norm of people getting this so that we can get back to normal. Because if there's a vaccine in place, then that means there's less people that are likely to die from this coronavirus, from this COVID-19. So this is going to help out in getting the economy back to where it's supposed to be at, because whenever people take the vaccine, they're going to be less afraid to go out and live their normal lives. So they understand, hey, one of the biggest and most important things that we've got to do really fast, really quick, is get vaccine to people. And that's why he said 100 million doses in the first 100 days. Next thing, immigration. So you want to talk about where he's going to get some of that money to pay for the stimulus package? He's already halted in his first day the construction to the border, what we can call Trump's wall, where he was building the border wall between the United States and Mexico. So he said he's going to do a lot with immigration. He's going to make sure that he reverts things back to what they call the Obama era in terms of immigration. But he's halting Trump's wall, which is very expensive. You're talking about billions of dollars. Bam, right there. More money that he can use to fulfill the stimulus package that he said he wants to do. Next thing, he's going to get the United States back into the Paris Climate Agreement. Basically, it's around the world. You've got a ton of countries that say, hey, we've got to fight climate change. What are we going to do about it? Bringing the best and the brightest together, and then figuring out what's the protocols, what can we do to get us to a place where we're living more green in terms of not using fossil fuels, getting to where we're driving more electric cars, getting to where we have cleaner energy. So big thing that he's doing with that. Another big thing, he said that today he's going to cancel the permit for the Keystone XL pipeline, which basically stretches from Houston to Alberta, Canada. And you're talking about a very, very long pipeline that, in terms of oil, this is something that's huge. There's going to be a lot of controversy around this. But this is the thing. His agenda is we're going to go green. I want to get clean energy. So this is something that, it's going through all kinds of land that's, they're having to tear down trees and all this stuff and dig into the ground. And there's just so much where they're not in favor of this. He said he's going to cancel that permit, so they're going to halt construction on that. Next thing, he says he's going to issue a mask mandate on federal property and interstate travel. So this is something that, you always see him, he's always wearing a mask. He believes in masks. This is something that they want to push because they feel that, whether you feel that it works or whether it doesn't, this is something that he's bringing, that he's saying, look, with this mask mandate, we're going to stop the spread, we're going to contain the spread, and we're going to make sure that we keep people from, spreading the virus around. So that's a mask mandate on the federal property and interstate travel. Next thing, he's going to extend nation restriction on home evictions and foreclosures. I'm a big fan of this. The reason being is because I've actually owned rental property in the past. I've been a renter. I'm a renter now. I'm buying a home, but I know what it's like. I know what it's like whenever you've got a situation, and also growing up too. I had situations where mom couldn't pay the rent, but because of certain things in place, we were able to still have a roof over our head. So in a time where you've got a COVID crisis where, hey, look, there's nothing that you did wrong, but you're not able to work, you're not able to provide for your family, you're not able to earn an income to pay for your livelihood, he's coming in and saying, look, we're going to put restrictions on. You can't come and, kick them out of their houses. People got families, people got kids. And for them, and for this to happen, we have to understand that, the rule says if they don't pay, then they're getting kicked out. Guys, look, you have to look outside the box, outside of the normal rules, because you have a worldwide crisis that is still in our hands that we've got to deal with and we got to get past. And this is something that I believe, is going to help American families keep people in their homes, but get people to a place where they can still have a roof over their head and they can be safe and they can have a place to live. So I'm super in favor of him helping out people with staying in their homes. Next thing that he's gonna do is pause student loans on people having to pay student loans till it's already in place till September of 2021 of this year. So basically, he's like, look, guys, we know that people are struggling. We know that people need help right now. This is from the federal side. We're going to go ahead and pause these loans. They've been pausing them and then saying, well, it's like last year. Okay, it's paused till December. Okay, it's then paused till February. He's just saying, no, it's going to be paused all the way till September of this year, and then we'll talk about it when we get to that, get closer. So it's a way that he's saying, look, I'm going to go ahead, automatically help out Americans. You don't have to pay your student loans right now and get some more keep more money in your pocket so you can buy food, pay for your rent, make sure that you got gas in your car, make sure that you're still able to continue living and being safe. So awesome on that. Another thing that he's going to do is lift Trump's ban on travel from several Muslim majority countries. So there's actually a ton of countries. There's over 10 countries that Trump put a travel ban, basically because they're majority Muslim and because of just things that Trump felt were not good for the country. He said, hey, look, you ain't coming into the United States of America. And Biden, they see it as it's not right. There's people, if they're doing right, if they're obeying the laws, if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, then they should be allowed to come into the United States. So he's doing that actually today on this time on the day that I'm posting this video. So that's already happened with an executive order. He's lifting the ban on he's lifting Trump's ban on those travels from those Muslim majority countries. Next thing, we've already talked about it. He's increasing the tax to 39.6%, up from the 2017 law that brought it down to 37%. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you think about this. Are you in favor of taxing the wealthy versus raising everybody's taxes to get things done? Because a lot of people say, well, they got more than enough money. Well, they should pay their fair share. And so I've got some thoughts and ideas on what I think about this, and so I want to hear what you have to say, and then we can talk about it more in some future videos and kind of figure out together, okay, well, we want everybody to pay their fair share, so what does that actually look like? So please comment below, let me know what you think. So he's going to use that extra money, because you're talking about, if you make over $400,000, and you're talking about millionaires, even billionaires, you take that, it doesn't seem like a lot, but 2 almost 3%, That's going to bring in a lot of money for him to get that 1.9 trillion stimulus package in place to pay for things that, as far as giving tax credits for families when it comes to their kids, as far as tax credits to people that want to drive electric cars. He's going to, just make a huge impact with this if this goes into place on like helping kids get into college for free. So let me know what you think. And then the last thing, and there's a lot more, but I brought a condensed version. A lot of the stuff that he's doing is just, very, a lot of stuff that undoing what Trump did, and I'm going to bring that in more later videos. But I'm talking about things that pertain to like, directly affecting us, on our day-to-day lives. So that's why I'm only bringing certain things. Another thing is he's going to cancel up to $10,000 of student debt. So if you have a federal loan for going to college for whatever reason or not, this is something that he's going to push to get done very soon with his stimulus package of canceling debt for all those students. And this is something that has a lot of controversy around it too, because a lot of people think that, hey, they got the student loans, they should pay for it. Some are like, hey, there's over $1 trillion of student loans out there. Give these kids a break. Everybody's hurting right now. So let me know what you think about that as well in the comments. But it is something that I'm going to be honest. I took student loans out whenever I went to college, and I'm paying my student loans back. But I was blessed, to get a good job and to be able to make a living for myself and my family. But there's a lot of people that they got student loans and maybe they didn't get into the job they want, and them student loans are really kind of hurting them in terms of their finances and their budgeting. So there's lots of different scenarios, so it's not a one-size-fits-all, but in terms of what he's trying to do, he's trying to help all Americans. He's trying to help families with the tax credits for their kids, for child care. He's trying to help students out with canceling some of their debt. He's trying to make sure that when it comes in terms of the future of the United States, that we're going greener. So a lot of things that he's going to be doing that he said in his presidency is moving in that direction. So initially he's like, look, we got to get the vaccine doses out to people. We got to make sure that people are not afraid to take the vaccines, and we got to make sure that families are not getting evicted out of their homes. They can pay their bills and they can continue to get back to a life that they normally were used to living. So this is something huge. There's a lot that's going to happen. I'm going to bring more as things come out to this channel so that you know all the latest news in terms of what's going on with him, because there's a ton of it out there and not every source has it, but I want to get just the biggest parts that pertain to us and what can affect us on our daily lives. So that's in terms of the first 100 days for his presidency. Now, the third thing I'm going to talk about, this is huge. This is literally what I feel like is going to be the catalyst to making Biden's agenda come true very soon, very quickly, and that's his team. First and foremost, Kamala Harris. She is the first African and South Asian American vice president that we've ever had. This is a big, break in the terms of the racial inequality and what people think, as far as how this country is made up of. But it's amazing that, she was able to become the vice president and her background and whatnot. And so that's huge. And also, too, she's a woman. That's huge as far as for the gender gap, as far as from men to women and their positions in cabinets and administrations. Number two, Janet Yellen. First Treasury Secretary woman to be the Treasury Secretary. This is huge. This is, breaking barriers down that, when we think about it, it's crazy to think about. But, just around 100 years ago, women weren't even allowed to vote. And we think like that it doesn't even make sense. But that's literally how it was. And I can't imagine, being in that place. He's got two very powerful women that are going to be right by his side in terms of aiding him in his agenda and getting America back to where it's supposed to be at. Next, third one is Jerome Powell. So even in the previous president, with President Trump, Jerome Powell was saying, look, guys, let's borrow right now. The rates are low. I'm ready because I got the money printer and I'm the one that makes all this money. So I'm ready to just shoot it out and get it to you, get it to Americans. So just let me know what I need to do. But of course, he can't actually make the laws to happen. So that's where, but he is a part of influence to help those that are in the House of Representatives, in the Senate, to move towards getting stimulus and getting money into Americans' pockets. Next, the next two people right here, all three legislative branches. You've got the presidency, the president, the White House, you've got the Senate, and you got the House of Representatives. Nancy Pelosi, being the Speaker of the House, she's on the Democrat side. She is going to go in favor of siding with Biden. So whenever he's like, hey, I want a $1.9 trillion stimulus package, she's going to say, all right, what about 2.5? I'm just speculating, but she could even raise it, to get more aid to people. And with them having the control of the House, then they can get those laws passed and get those things done that Biden wants to get done. Next thing, this was huge because in this last couple of months, it used to be a Republican-controlled Senate. Now it's a Democrat-controlled Senate with Chuck Schumer as the Senate Majority Leader. And now that he is a Senate Majority Leader, whenever it comes to his table, after the House of Representatives have agreed and they've passed this law of whatever stimulus plan that it is, and it comes to him, he's going to be like, you know what, guys, we control this. We vote, we pass it, and then it goes to the White House where Biden signs it off, and bam, you got your laws made. Now, there are going to be some Republicans that oppose it, but remember, it's all about the votes. So if you got more votes in the Senate and more votes in the House, then it is very likely that you're going to get your bills passed. So this is where I say this is Biden's team. This is huge. This is very pivotal to making all of what he wants to get done actually happen, come into existence. So it's been a big day, but you know what? I love that, I hope that we can come together as a country, Republicans, Democrats, Independents. I don't care who you are. Look, we are America. We're supposed to be able to come together to fight and help each other out and do good. And for that, we're getting the confetti because I believe that we can continue to be better, not only for ourselves, but for our future children. For the next generations, we can show this world as being world leaders that, hey, no matter where you come from, what you believe in, what you look like, who you are, if we want to come together and want to work together to have the best country available. We want the best country around. We want it to make sure that we're taking care of our families, we're taking care of our kids, we're making sure that our economy is growing, we're making sure that we're taking care of our earth, that we're getting to living cleaner lives, in terms of our fossil fuel usages and stuff like that. So, in terms of everything that's happened today, we brought you, why that we're really likely to get our third round of stimulus very quickly, that it may be potentially more than what they say that it's going to be, because you are going to have those that are going to want to say, hey, you know what, forget $1,400, $2,000, let's make it happen. And you've got Biden's team. There's a lot of variables that are in the right place at the right time to make all this happen. So, let me know what you think about our new, as far as the stimulus checks, as far as taxing the rich, and kind of getting a lot of this stuff done, because I really want to know, and we're going to just grow together, guys. I really appreciate all the support, all the likes on the channel, all the comments. I read every single one of them, and I just want to say that I really appreciate everybody that's supporting the channel. Remember, this is Joel with True Life Investing. You're gonna see this as much as possible, all these new videos. I'm gonna be bringing to you as much up-to-date news so that you're informed. And remember, there's timestamps. So if you want to listen to certain things, you can listen to those and then go throughout your day. This is Joel with True Life Investing. You have a great day.